Good morning, everyone. It's Kinninigan. I just want to make a quick video here. I hate being right all the time, but unfortunately, I am. I got an email last night from one of my subs that said, Kenny, you were spot on with the thing about Masonic coding and false flag psyops and double letters in people's names, whether it's false flag school shootings like Adam Lanza, Renee Good, who was the first person supposedly shot in Minneapolis, and the shooting yesterday. What is the guy's name? Alex Jeffrey Pritai. Double F's, double E's, double T's in his name, just like clockwork. My opinion, the guy's not dead. What you saw was a Hollywood. Um, yeah. And this comes from something that is called Masonic Pigpen Cipher. Maybe I should give a lecture on Masonic Pigpen Cipher. Actually, I was planning that because the basis of Masonic Pigpen Cipher goes all the way back to the Knights Templar, Jerusalem, and the Holy Land, and how Templar banking, of all things, was set up. Because obviously, Luciferian banking is one of the, it is the most important thing that the elite need to keep people as quote unquote debt slaves. Now, uh, yeah, we have a storm going on right now. I got to go out and shovel my pavement, which sucks because I have a hernia, but oh well, what am I going to do? Someone left a comment on my channel. I think it's a new sub saying something about truthers getting wealthy. Well, first of all, I don't identify as a truther, and I'll tell you why. Here we go. Truther is a word that was invented by the CIA as anyone who officially goes against um, the official narrative of 9/11. Just like the word conspiracy theorist was invented by the CIA back when JFK was assassinated. For anyone that thought that was a inside job, you were called a quote unquote conspiracy theorist. And truther is part of anyone who disagrees with the official 9/11 narrative. But hey, it is what it is. So obviously, I've been making a few videos and about the events that have been going on. Now, if anyone can support my channel, no, we are not a wealthy YouTube channel because I ask for cigarette money all the time because I've been kicked off YouTube 10 times for the stuff that I report, and I report real truth. I tell people I'm a reptilianologist. I'm not a truther. I'm not a conspiracy theorist because everything I wind up teaching people about comes true. Like I said, just give it just give it some time. But what you are saying, or I want to play this clip, 33 seconds long. You know when all this started? 1991. This is when kicked off the events of what is going on.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Its founders.
Yeah, basically, everyone on, yeah, it's basically putting the entire planet back into a state of paganism. That's what the New World Order is. But and it seems like they're really accelerating events recently. Now, here's something I'm going to point out. Like I said, I'm a master of recognizing symbolism. I've been making videos about Turning Point USA and how nobody has figured out yet that there is a Masonic connection to the whole thing. In fact, most quote unquote truthers don't even realize secret societies exist. It's amazing. There's a reason for that. But this is Wolves of Finance. And he has been making videos about the corruption at Turning Point USA, if you've seen his videos. And he was recently mailed a cease and desist letter from Turning Point USA, and he basically told them to go screw themselves and posted this video today. But one of the things that happened after Charlie Kirk's death was Turning Point USA was promising people hats for donations. Like, we'll mail you a 47 hat, and no one got any hats. And instead of getting hats, they're getting these red rubber bracelets that say "We are Charlie Kirk." When I saw that they were giving people "quote unquote" red bracelets, I was like, "All right, now." To most people, they look at that and say, "Well, it's red uh, because they support Republicans, and that's the color of the Republican Party." Yeah, maybe. Or I told you there's a big Mormon. Remember, this happened in Utah, Salt Lake City. That's where that's the Mormonism is a free Masonic religion. It was founded by a Freemason. No, you want to know why these are red bracelets and why they're mailing them to "quote unquote" Christians? You want to know why? You want to know the truth? That is a Kabbalah bracelet. Now, Kabbalah bracelets are usually made from string. This goes all the way back to the creation of the universe by God, when souls were connected, male and female. And remember, the CEO of Turning Point USA right now is a transgender. That's Erica Kirk. I ain't sugarcoating shit anymore. So there's mockery right in your face also. But it's the idea of your twin flame, which is different than a soulmate. Very different. I can give a lecture on this sometime between soulmates and twin flames if you want. But the idea is that every like male and female soul are joined by the ankles by a "quote unquote" red string. And it's no coincidence that when you "quote unquote" have a love spell cast on you by a witch or a black magician, red string is used in those black magic casting. I wouldn't call those rituals because that's like lower level magic, but red string is used, and it's a reference to the Kabbalah. This is why you'll see a lot of Kabbalists in Hollywood wearing red bracelets. So whenever you see someone wearing a red string bracelet, that's a reference to the Kabbalah. And what better way to mock Christians than to mail Kabbalah bracelets? Yeah, the more you know. Symbolism, once you learn to decode it's so in your face. Here's someone wearing a red bracelet. Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio wearing his red Kabbalah bracelet. Yeah, no surprise. Like I said, a lot of people in Hollywood rock them. Yeah, so when I see Turning Point USA giving out red bracelets, that was the first thing I thought of. What is this? Some type of mockery of the Kabbalah bracelets? Makes sense. Yeah, there's nothing Christian about Turning Point USA and their whole fucking corrupt organization. And obviously, events have been spiraling out of control. You know, since the Charlie Kirk shooting back in September. And now we're getting and Kirk, another name with double letters in it. So yeah, the symbolism is always spot on, and the thing with Luciferians and the elite is they have to always show their symbolism, and they can't get around it. So, and I'm just seeing symbolism in everything anymore. And what is all this leading to? Yeah, the New World Order.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Because they want to replace the Bible with the Kabbalah. And what is the Kabbalah? Well, that was brought by the Anunnaki. We first see Kabbalah representations from the reptilian Anunnaki themselves. They are the godfathers of black magic. Black magic started in Babylon. And if they get their New World Order, everyone's going to be wearing red Kabbalah bracelets. Yeah, that's what they want. And another thing, very highly symbolic with George Bush Sr., 1991, right after he declares this, is when we engaged in the first Iraq War, in which we invaded Babylon. because that's where ancient Babylon is. Baghdad, Iraq. That was not a coincidence. And allegedly during the first Gulf War is when they took artifacts out of ancient Babylon, supposedly, and the rest is history since then. So yeah, it looks like more like we're getting closer to the Insurrection Act being, and after the shooting, then we got another Antifa idiot calling for people to arm themselves against ICE. Oh, and I got a picture. Yeah, because I always find pictures. Pictures are good. Where is that picture? Huh. If this don't get you pissed, I don't know what should. You're all being played. Look, because Tom Holman, the ICE director that all the Democrats hate right now, he was awarded a medal, which I call Masonic drip, because in my opinion, I know Barack Obama was a 32-degree black Prince Hall Freemason when he was president, and he also mocked the entire, the whole thing with Big Mike being a gay homosexual. He's not he's not Muslim, he's not Christian, he's a Luciferian, right? There's no other way to sugarcoat it. And yeah, awarding Tom Holman, I don't know what this medal is. I don't know. Is that it's a congressional medal? I could be, but yeah. So this is the other thing I have a hard time keeping up with Democrat. I don't know who I'm supposed to hate and not hate. You know, back when Obama was president, Tom Homan, he's getting awarded medals from Democrats. Yeah, another thing that you start to figure out is like, you know, it's all a big fucking game to them. Yeah, amazing, right? So anyway, like I said, I got to go out. I got to shovel some snow. It's cold out right now too. I'm not worried about the cold. Actually, yeah, 14 degrees. That's not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I'm used to the cold weather. Living on the East Coast my whole life, it's not a big deal. And of course, yeah, they started with the attacks on Christians with that whole Don Lemon thing going into the church, which was probably a Masonic church. I wouldn't doubt it. There's a lot of Masonic symbolism going on with all this shit that's going on in Minneapolis. Not a surprise. And this, of course, oh, and I will make the video. One of my subs found the clip, and that was involving a movie called The Gray State that basically explains what the plan was with the FEMA camps and marching people into FEMA camps. I told you what they're going to do is they're going to start with the protesters, and people are actually going to cheer it on at first. And that goes all the way back to what the Nazis did. I didn't say anything because they just went for the Jews, and then they went for these people, and it's called the boiling frog, where they start ramping up. Yeah, I saw this article here. They were talking about Trump's record with ICE is much better than Obama's, and then I found the picture of Obama and Tom Homan, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Because I could be wrong. In my opinion, this is an award that Freemason award other Freemason, and Tom Holman being a Freemason wouldn't be a fucking surprise. Seriously, like I said, these people playing you in government right now, Republican and Democrat, are all in the same club. Remember George Carlin? It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Well, it's amazing how many people, especially quote unquote truthers out there, can't figure out that secret societies even exist, and you're all being played. This is why I made the video, which I wasn't sure how people were going to take this video. Yeah, we played a video game last night. Big deal. It's like the only thing I do for fun. I played a hour and a half of some video game last night. I do that to just show people there's a human side to me. You don't see too many other quote unquote truthers out there who post videos about their cats or playing video games, and I do. I could post videos of me playing electric guitar, but I can't be that awesome on YouTube. Maybe I can. I don't know. Maybe I will. There was a video on my first original Kinninigan channel that I lost with me playing my Stratocaster. I played 29 or 624 because that was one of the first songs that I learned from a musician I was hanging around with. He taught me how to play that riff on guitar. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, good song. But yeah, and this is all revolving around the Rex 84 plan and FEMA camp roundups. That video's on my channel. I don't like being right about this stuff because, yeah, question about Masonic coding, revelation of the method. That's, yeah, exactly what I'm showing you. So it's not a surprise that Turning Point USA are mailing their donors Kabbalah bracelets. That's what I see them as. Except these are made from rubber. They're cheap. They probably ordered them from China of all. Yeah, no surprise there. American Patriot Christians mailing people cheap rubber bracelets from China that, like I said, are symbolic of Kabbalah bracelets. And our ICE director getting an award from Tom Holman, and now they're calling him a Nazi. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, maybe if I'm gonna have to post a video of me playing the Who, we don't get fooled again. Oh, the symbolism. Oh, they got the picture of it here on the on. I didn't even notice that. That ain't where I got the picture. Yeah, Tom Holman was Obama's buddy back in the day. Oh, and by the way, I mean they loved Donald Trump 15 years ago when he was doing The Apprentice, and he was, just another elite oligarch billionaire. Oh, they all loved him until he became president, and then now he's fucking Hitler. Make your minds up. These people are too inconsistent for me. Oh, we got some reptilian. That's an old meme. The lizard, the raptor meme. It's almost like people have been programmed to cry. Programmed, that's MK Ultra mind control. Yes, they are being programmed. The person's spot on with this. Weird how no one had an issue with ICE during the Obama era. It's almost as though people have been programmed to cry about anything that happens during Trump's presidency. Exactly. This is why I made the video about the far right MAGA and far left liberals both being played, and why you should be taking the middle path. Don't become extreme on either side. And now, what do we basically have in America? You got far right white Christian men on the far right complaining about far left liberal white women on the liberal side. And this is what exactly they want because 64% of the population is Caucasian in America. And if you want to collapse America, you have to do it from within. So what do? You get the white people to fight with one another. And that's exactly what's going on. And as long as white Christian women are not having babies with white Christian men, that's exactly what they want. And they want you to transgender your kids because transgenders are not having children either. And yeah, of course. But what do I know? I'm just a. No, maybe I do know some stuff. Anyway, so everyone be careful. Most important thing I got to worry about today is getting my payment shoveled, which I'm about to go do. I got a kitty next to me, Macy. Macy says hello. She just heard her name. She's purring. Yeah, the cats are warm and fed. So anyway, if you could support the channel, I'd appreciate it. I I always need cigarettes. I'm not kidding about that one. Yeah, chaos. Yeah, that's their favorite Greek god that they like. And I'm telling you, when the New World Order comes, they're going to use the Greek pantheon of gods. There's a reason why they use Greek gods like chaos all the time. Order archaio, that's order through chaos. That's a reference. Chaos is the one of the primordial creator deities in the Greek pantheon, along with Tartarus, Eros, and Gaia. Except they don't like it. They don't like invoking Eros. There was a reason why I was joking. I was playing a video game last night, telling people that Aphrodite was my favorite Greek goddess because she's the goddess of love. And that's the last thing the Illuminati want humans doing is loving one another. Now they want you fighting over stupid. You got Freemason in government, engineering false flag psyop shit, and getting everyone to fight with one another. Meanwhile, when they go to the lodge, they're not Republican, they're not Democrat, they're not liberal, and then they're all putting on their red Kabbalah bracelets, and worshiping their reptilian pagan gods. And that's the truth. You're going to see events. Here's the only crazy thing, because it is cold. I think with this storm that's going on right now, I think the United States is being hit with a weather weapon of all things. What, probably from China or Russia. Yeah, this is next generational warfare. So, yeah, House into the Insurrection Act is yeah, James O'Keefe. We already figured out you're a Freemason also. Unfortunately, he did his video where he had the Masonic ladder sitting behind him, and we figured it out. And that was when he was dropping some stuff about quote unquote Epstein Island supposedly, and nobody's arrested for pedophilia yet. It's amazing. This is all we got. So hopefully the cold weather will keep people from. It's not going to be, it is cold all across the country. Maybe like keep the protests down. If your diet, if you're a soy boy, just you, you're not going to have enough calories in your diet to stay warm out in 0 degree weather. That's just a fact. Uh, this guy here. I told you again. Alex Jeffrey Patai, double F's, double E's, double T's, and someone emailed me that last night. They said, "Kin, you're right." And I'm like, yeah, no surprise. We live in a world of symbols, and these people can't stop with their symbolism. And once you realize to see it, the rose-colored glasses come off, and you start seeing all the games that are played right in front of your face. So anyway, if anyone could support the channel, like I said, I need cigarettes always. I do have some lectures, and I got a really good one coming up. One of my sons, that is, for many years, it's been a personal quest of mine to actually nail down where the Atlantean civilization actually was on planet Earth, and it's where we suspect it, except we have some more proof from academia, people that have actually been studying this. And in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, it is said that the Atlanteans inhabited 10 islands. Why is that important? Because there's basically, where's the comment at? Might be down a little bit. Oh, here we go. Patrick. That's a good name. That's my name, actually. Where is the islands of supposedly Atlantis theorized to be from academia? The Azore Islands. There's 9 islands in the Azores, and it has to do with this other stuff that they've been basically. And then we have the mysterious pyramid in the Caribbean Sea that is made out of solid crystal. Yeah, and then so obviously the Atlantean civilization is where we thought it was in the Atlantic Ocean. Not too hard to figure out. And of course, the ancient continent of Mu or Lemuria, where mainly probably the native Terran reptilians inhabited, was in the South Pacific. So I told him I'm going to make a video about the Azore Islands and Atlantis. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, we're gonna more Atlantis videos. Yeah, I don't. I hate doing the political videos, but I feel that I'm the only one of the few people that can figure out the symbolism. So it's like kind of a duty to do it. Like with Turning Point USA and their red Kabbalah bracelets and all the other symbolism going on with false flag shooters and double letters in their names. And so I do what I do. Believe me, if anyone's getting rounded up in the middle of the night and getting sent to Camp FEMA, it's going to be me, so I don't take that lightly either. We got one that can see. Yeah, there's a reason I showed you that. They live clip. They know who Kinninigan is. Trust me. David Icke knows who Kinninigan is. The Freemason know who I am. They won't say my name, though. They just ignore me and act like I don't exist. Yeah, nothing to see here. Because I refuse to join the dark side. If I did join the dark side, I wouldn't need to ask for donations because I'd be summoning demons as my for money, sex, and power. That's yeah. I'd be one hell of a wizard if I did join the dark side. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be like Sauron on my wizard's tower, shooting lightning bolts out of my ass. Yeah, I wouldn't be screw Epstein Island. That isn't what I would actually take my arcane studies seriously. We probably would have invoked the Antichrist by now if I joined the Freemason. I'd be too good for them, and I'm not even lying. I have a very high IQ, and occult subjects come to me easily. Um, Supposedly, it has something to do with my zodiacal signs. I'm a Leo and Sun sign zodiac, right? But in the Chinese zodiac, I was born in 1977, and that's the year of the fire snake. And snakes in the Chinese zodiac are very in tune to occult subjects. I don't know. Call it a coincidence. Maybe, maybe not. I know that's a lot of fire to have in your zodiac signs. Fire snake, fire Leo. My moon sign is Sagittarius, and my rising sign is Virgo. So, yeah, that's a lot of fire. No wonder I'm always scorching shit when I'm. Anyway, yeah, I'm so hot. I don't even need to shovel my pavement. I'm gonna walk outside right now, and the snow just melts around me. Yeah, I wish, right? No, actually, I do have to go out and shovel some snow right now, so that sucks. Hopefully, I can get some cigarettes too. Luckily, if I do, I don't have to go real far. There's a gas station right across the street from me, so at least that's good. Anyway, any questions or comments, leave them below. God bless and take care.